Welcome. In this video, I'm going to demonstrate how Excel can be used to automate accounting processes. The first example I want to show you is a billing application that I designed for a company that is in the janitorial service franchise business. My client was the parent company who provides administrative services to his clients, which are the franchise, the janitorial franchise companies. What the parent company does is performs administrative functions such as billing the end user customers, collecting from them, and then it deducts from the collection, the cash collections, a service fee and some other management fees, and remits the difference to the individual janitorial franchises. So every month what my client needs to do is prepare a sort of a billing statement for each of his clients, accounting for all the money that they've collected and the service fees and everything, and what they're remitting to each individual franchisee. And these statements are distributed out once a month. And this client happens to use QuickBooks Online, and that's where the information for this billing process comes from. There are two reports he runs out of QuickBooks. One's the financial transaction, the transactions for the month, and the other is a ending balance report for each of the franchises. So let's take a look at these. This is the transaction report, and again, he goes out to QuickBooks Online, selects this report, gives it a start and end dates, and runs this out to Excel, saves it out to Excel in a specified place on the on his server. This is the other report he runs. This is the balance report, and again, it goes out to QuickBooks Online. Just runs this out to Excel and saves it on a particular place on his network. What we're looking at here is the application that I wrote, which uses those two files to create the monthly billing statements for each of the franchises. So the way they use it, this application here is used as a template, and the first thing they have to do is make sure that they save this out to the same folder where the two QuickBooks files were saved. So you got a balance file and a transaction file. We want to save this out to the same network location. We're going to save it. It's going to tell me that it already exists. That's okay. We're going to overwrite it. And now it's saved in the same folder that the other two files are saved. The next step is to import the data from those two files into this Excel application. To do that, you just click this button, goes out, grabs all that information, and imports it just like that. The next step is to tally up those two reports and come up with a proof total. Just click that button, and very quickly it's done. So now you see we've got sort of a combination of those two reports in this new tab called QuickBooks, and that's what my application uses to generate the billing statements. I want to show you one more thing before we complete this. This tab here is the Clients tab. This is something that my client has to maintain. As you can see, it's got the information of each of his clients, their business name, which I've sanitized so I don't give away any proprietary data, but it has the business name, contact, address, phone number, etc., email address. And then these are the fees that are applied to each of their payments that are my client deducts before they send it out to their customer. So this is something that's maintained. So every time they add a new client, they have to add a row in here. But this is used as basically the client reference table in the application. So finally, to complete this, my client goes to the utility tab, clicks the create client tabs, and goes out, pulls off the information for each of those clients, and constructs a billing tab for each one of them. So each one gets their own tab, and delivery method is always email, so there's the email address. They can just stick this in their email, and they're provided with a summary tab which totals up all the clients. It gives them a total, and then this total matches that proof total that we talked about. So as you see, this whole process took only a couple of minutes. Previously, it took them over a day to complete this. So it saved my client a considerable amount of time each month. The next application I'd like to show you is sort of a financial statement management reporting type application. This client is a government contractor, a federal government contractor, and they have all these contracts which they perform work under. So they need to manage each of the projects individually, but then roll all those projects up into one set of financial statements to report to their management each month. This client uses Microsoft Dynamics SL, and what they do each month is, again, run reports out of Microsoft Dynamics and export those reports out to an Excel spreadsheet. And the reports they run are, there's three of them. There's a general ledger transaction report, a chart of accounts, and a projects report. So we can quickly take a look at each one of these. This is the general ledger transaction report. This is a lot of data. There's over 85,000 line items covering two sheets in this Excel spreadsheet. But this is their general ledger transaction file. This is basically dumping out all the transactions that they made over the last 3 months into an Excel spreadsheet. The other two files are much smaller. This is their chart of accounts, and this is their project definition file. So again, what happens, what this application does, it uses those three Excel spreadsheets. It imports the data into this spreadsheet, then manipulates it, reconfigures it, whatever, to produce a set of financial reporting statements. So the way this works, they first click this button here. This goes out and imports the data from those three spreadsheets that we just saw, and it brings all of that data into Excel, this Excel spreadsheet. This takes a little bit of time because of there's as I said, there's about 85,000 records in here. So those files have then now been imported in, and you can see them on these tabs here. Next step is to produce the financial statements. So what it does, it takes these three tabs, reformats them, adds some information, and configures them in a way that allows them to produce these financial statements. So the next thing I'm going to do here is just click this button. Goes out, it's reading those files, doing some reconfiguration on them, and it's going to roll them up into a set of financials. And just about there. So there's your set of, this is a template, and it uses that template to configure the financial statements. And what you're going to see is a set of calendarized financials. So if we go to the summary tab here, here's what it just produced. It took all that data and created a P&L statement for 3 months calendarized, and of course the total. The next step in the process is to produce project summary reports. What these reports do is it takes all of that same data and organizes it project by project, so you can see the sales by project and all the costs by project for each of the 3 months that we're reporting on here. So the way we do that is just click this button. It's going to go out now and build those project statements for each of the 3 months. There's the one for January, February, and March. And those are done. So now you've got a project statement for each month detailing project by project what the sales is, what the labor, materials, and so forth. The final step is to do a consolidated project summary, which takes those 3 monthly statements and puts them together in one consolidated year-to-date statement. And it's doing its thing and produce that statement. In addition, it produces this creates this index. This index is used to navigate the workbook once all the statements are completed. So you just click on this hyperlink. It takes you right to each of those statements, and then there's a link back to get to the index. So there's your project consolidated summary. This is the one I just created. And you can use these links to navigate back and forth. The last thing I'm going to show you is on the Summary tab. This has a drill down capability where if you want to see the details that make up any one of these numbers, you just double click on it, goes out and rolls up all the details of that number and provides you a statement which gives you, tells you what accounts and what data make up that number. Well, I hope this demonstration has given you some idea of the power of Excel as an application environment and its ability to automate accounting type procedures. Thank you very much for watching.